Marty Walsh is heading to the Rust Belt to campaign for Democrats. I care too deeply about the future of our country to sit on the sidelines. Boston Mayor Marty Walsh is hitting the campaign trail again, but this time, it's much farther away from home, and he isn't a candidate. Walsh, who has lent his support to his former chief of staff, Dan Coe, in a competitive Massachusetts congressional race, will now do the same this week for fellow Democrats in the Rust Belt states of Ohio and Indiana, where President Donald Trump picked up 51.3% and 56.5% of the vote, respectively, in 2016. Ad choice advertising and red invented by Teeds. Walsh, in a statement Wednesday, said there is much at stake in the upcoming national elections this fall. I care too deeply about the future of our country to sit on the sidelines, he said. Advertisement on Thursday and Friday, the former Labor leader will make appearances in the Midwest in support of Democratic candidates running for governor, lieutenant governor, state treasurer, and Congress, according to a press release from his campaign. Walsh is scheduled to speak in a roundtable discussion hosted by the Central Ohio Labor Council in Columbus, at a labor rally alongside candidates in Mansfield, Ohio, and in a Facebook Live interview with John Zodi, chairman of the Indiana State Democratic Party. On Friday morning, Walsh is scheduled to appear at an infrastructure press conference with candidates and labor officials in Cincinnati, and, that afternoon, he'll lead a conversation in Indianapolis focused on how innovative cities can help workers, according to the release. This is not the first time Walsh, who was elected to a second term last year, has rallied support for his party. Walsh campaigned for Hillary Clinton in the 2016 presidential election and took to the podium that year at the Democratic National Convention, where he shared his personal history with alcoholism and the labor movement with the country. Recently, he's jumped around the Merrimack Valley canvassing for Coe in a 10-way battle for the party's nomination in the 3rd congressional district race. Advertisement. Walsh also has more travel plans on the horizon, the Boston Globe reports, with a similar trip in the works to Wisconsin and Iowa, two other states that voted in favor of Trump. And even though he'll be outside the Boston area, Walsh told the newspaper Tuesday he loves his job and his out-of-state trips are not about his own political future. "I'm not forgetting about Boston, I'm not forgetting about Massachusetts," Walsh said. "But I feel it's important as a Democrat to help other candidates, cheer on their successes, and push them and try to make a difference." By Taboola. Sponsored links, promoted links. You may lick a bell. It's true, you can start speaking Spanish in 3 weeks. Babelundo Chapel. Are you afraid of losing your luggage? Don't worry now. Chapelundo fashionable, sexiest camo wedding dresses fantasy according to Mana Fashionable. Undo Throne, free online game. This game will keep you up all night. Throne, free online game. Undo Top Man Fun. 10 most breathtaking highways of the world. Top Man Fun. Undo vintage real estate. Hollywood-inspired homes in Dubai starting $300,000 USD. Vintage real estate. Undo.